ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على حي على الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Before I begin, if I could just have the brothers and sisters please move forward, fill in any gaps. Jazakumullah khair. إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا فصلوات الله وسلامه عليه. We begin this khutbah with Alhamdulillah. We are the people of Hamd, and the word Hamd means all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him because we love Him. We love Him, so therefore we submit to Him. We give our heart to Him and we dedicate our lives to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He is worthy of that. He is the one who says, call upon me and I will answer you. He is the one who says, seek help from me and I will help you. He is the one who says, ask forgiveness from me and I will forgive you. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who we prostrate our heads to, the one who our hearts love and are connected to. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم وَمَنْ يُطْعِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ فَقَدْ فَازَ فَوْزًا عَظِيمًا. And be conscious of Allah, O believers. O you who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be conscious of Him. Because thinking of Him being with Him, having your hearts connected to Him brings peace of mind. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards the people of taqwa by helping them and giving them steadfastness and accuracy in what they say. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be amongst them. Amma ba'd. Strength is Islam, and Islam is strong. Islam is strong, and a Muslim is strength. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the source of strength, and whoever connects to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, establishes a relationship with Him, then he or she is strong. But what is strength? What is true strength? Our Prophet ﷺ teaches us in a very well-known hadith. He was gathered with his companions, our teacher, our role model, and he asked them, well, who do you think is a strong person? And they gave the obvious response. You know, if two people were to wrestle, the stronger one is the one who overpowers the other. Physical strength. So the Prophet ﷺ teaches us a very important lesson. But we need to expand upon this lesson. He says, rather, the strong one is not the one who can overpower someone else physically. The strong one is the one who's able to withhold himself or herself when they are angry. Let's expand upon this. Let this be a rule and not just one example. What the Prophet ﷺ is teaching us is that in a situation, a strong person is the one who reacts in a positive way, in a constructive way, in a way that brings about good, in a way that brings about love, peace, and serenity. That is the strong person. And this is such an important lesson for any time, and for all times, and for any place, and for all people. Because if you can live your life with this mentality, that no matter what my situation is, there's a positive way of reacting to it, then you will have set a foundation for you that will guide you throughout life. And this is so important for us, because the world changes. One day, we are in a position of strength. And the next era, we're in a position of weakness. One day, we are strong in number. And another day, we are weak in number. One day, we are strong in knowledge. And another day, we are weak in knowledge. This is a reality of the world. And look at Islamic history. You had the Prophet ﷺ, 13 years in Mecca, as oppressed, with a weak voice. He had no political voice. But days passed, and then he became in Medina. He went to Medina, and he became a political power. Although the religion isn't a religion only for politics, it's a religion of spirituality. But the Prophet ﷺ, his times changed. The companions were poor, and then they became rich. The companions were united, and then certain problems happened. And like that, وَتِلْكَ الْأَيَّامُ نُدَاوِلُهَا بَيْنَ النَّاسِ. And like that are the days we switch them between people. And then the Umayyads came, and they had a strong government, and that government became weaker. And then the Abbasid dynasty came, and then they weakened. And then the Mamluk period came, and then they weakened. And then the Uthmani period came, and they were strong for 624 years. And likewise, every time and every place has people standing up for the religion. So during the time of the Crusades, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the hero Salah ad-Din. And after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent another hero. And every time and every era and every place has people. And we can be one of them. So no matter what the situation is, whether we are in a position of strength or a position of weakness, there's always a role to play. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches us in the Quran how to positively react to any situation that you are in. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet ﷺ teaches us that no matter what the case is, لا تزال في أمتي طائفة ظاهرين على الحق. That there will always be a group of Muslims, no matter what the situation is, there will always be. There's a promise from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that no matter what the situation is, there will always be a group of Muslims implementing the truth. So there's always good on this earth. There's always a role to play. There's always optimism to feed off of. There's always something to be motivated by. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, look at your situation, whether on an individual level, or on a political level, or on a social level, or on a communal level. There is a role to play, and there's a way to react. There is some work to be done, and we are up for that challenge. The world changes, so keep your mentality always positive. And remember the teaching of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the strong person is the one who withholds him or herself when they are angry. And look at it beyond just one example. That no matter what your situation is, that you have a role to play. That there's a positive way of reacting to that. And take our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions as an example. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praises them, and he says in the last verse of Surah Al-Fath, Muhammadun Rasulullah, Sallu ala Rasulillah, Mab'uthi bil-haq bayna yaday as-sa'a, the one who was sent with the truth close to the day of judgment, close to the end of times, rahmatan lil-alameen, as a source of mercy for all of mankind. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Rasulullah. And then how does he describe his followers? Ashidda'u ala al-kuffar, ruhama'u baynahum. They are strong, they're not easy for their enemies. Their enemies see them as a people of strength. But their strength does not refrain them from being merciful. رُحَمَاءُ بَيْنَهُمْ. They're merciful towards one another. So they are strong and they are also merciful. And those two attributes are a sign of perfection, of a perfect personality. That although you are strong, your strength does not prevent you from being merciful, from being soft to people. But they use their strength when it is necessary. They use their strength when it is relevant. And they have mercy when it is relevant. And they have mercy when it is a positive. It brings out a situation. Muhammadun Rasulullah. And the rest of the verse praises them, showing how they are. A beautiful example. Go home and open this, the last verse of Surah Fath, chapter 48 of the Quran, and read what the commentary of that. And look at yourself and ask, where am I? Where am I from this example? When I am angry, how do I react? What makes me angry? The food was a little bit salty. Someone, driving home from work, maybe cut me off. Is that what makes you angry? Well, will the Prophet ﷺ be angry for something like that? When a Bedouin came to him, and Prophet ﷺ was walking, and he pulled him like this, the point where it kind of affected his neck, he turned to the person and started laughing. If we were to do that, if someone were to do that to us, man, that's a big problem. But we need to improve ourselves by remembering this rule, that no matter what the situation is, there's a way to react. And no matter where you are, there are people standing up for truth. And that no matter who you are, there is a role for you to play. Muhammadun Rasulullah, وَالَّذِينَ مَعَهُ أَشِدَّاءُ عَلَى الْكُفَّارِ رُحَمَاءُ بَيْنَهُم. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. And those who are with him are not easy, they're strong for those who show animosity to them, for their enemies. And they are also merciful between each other. They're perfecting the personality of one's character, perfecting the model of the Prophet salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, look at your life. We all have high points and low points. But no matter where you are, there is a role for you to play. No matter what your situation is, you are enjoying the privileges of life. You are in a high position, you have a good job, a stable job, you have a nice house, you have a nice family, a stable family. There's a way to react to that. Or if you are going through a low point, things are not stable for you, you're having difficulty in your home, difficulty in your job, difficulty financially, then know that there's a role for you to play. And the Prophet ﷺ teaches us this in another well-known hadith. He says, عَجَبًا لِأَمْرِ الْمُؤْمِنِ. Man, the situation of the believers is always good. It's always beautiful. إِنْ أَصَابَهُ سَرَّاء شَكَرَ فَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُ. That if he or she is going through a good time, they are thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is better for them. وَإِنْ أَصَابَهُمْ ضَرَّاء صَبَرُوا وَكَانَ ذَلِكَ خَيْرًا لَهُم. And if they are going through a hard time, they are patient, and that is better for them. Understanding that no matter who you are, where you are, what your situation is, there's always a role for you to play. And there's always a way for you to react. So my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, digest this rule. Internalize it. Live by it. Because this is the life of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. No matter where he was, no matter what the situation was, he was always someone who was building and not destructing. He was always someone who was positive and not negative. He was always someone who was optimistic and not pessimistic. And look at Islamic history. If the Muslims go down, there's always someone bringing it up. There are always heroes out there, and today we have heroes. Many of them. Some of them are in high position. Some of them are just the average person in the Muslim community. And you can all be heroes. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, there's always work to be done. And so long as there's work to be done, you have a role to play. And if you have a role to play, then know you are valuable. Know that your life has meaning. Rise up to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you for. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam to succeed, and he succeeded. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam and Eve and put them in paradise to signify to us, to signal to us that we are meant to be the people of paradise. Rise up to who you are supposed to be. People of success, people of mercy, people of strength. Remember, you have value. There's something that you can offer no matter who you are. Educated, uneducated, rich, poor, no matter what, you have a role to play. So rise up and remember, the most important thing, remember that our cause, that our religion is the religion of La ilaha illallah. Our religion is the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It unites us to the point where us here in the westernmost part of the world are united to the most eastern part of the world, the Muslims over there, because we share a common theology. And therefore, if they have something to offer, we accept it because they are one of us. And if we have something to offer, we should offer it to them. We are Muslims, and we are the people of La ilaha illallah. We are guided by La ilaha illallah. We are under the cause of La ilaha illallah. So rise up to what you were created for. And remember that there is always a role for you to play. And remember, sometimes the youth are look at the world around me. Sometimes even the adults, look at the world around us. All this chaos, all this situation. You know what? It's not the first time it happened. Don't think that the Muslim Ummah has always been this glorious era and there is no problems. On the contrary, there's always been problems. But there are always heroes. And there are heroes today. Heroes who will rise up and speak truth. Heroes who will rise up and implement justice. And you can be one of them. Wallahi, you can be one of them. All it takes is a little bit of work. All it takes is recognizing what you were created for. And that is to implement La ilaha illallah. And that is to have a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Quddus, Al-Salam, Al-Mu'min. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So remember your cause and rise up to that occasion. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه أما بعد. I'm going to conclude the khutbah early today because we have a special guest. Joining us today is the Honorable Consul General of the Turkish Embassy. He has come to say salam to the Muslim community here in Mission Viejo. After prayer, we're going to give him a few minutes to speak to the community, and he will be standing with us outside. So if you want to give his salam, give salam to him. Make dua for them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always help the Muslims implement good and be a force of good. We have a few announcements. Inshallah, July 28th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., we will be joined by Salam Rasool, who is a member of the Virginia House of Delegates. He will be coming to offer a political advocacy training, how to be politically active, political training, activism, and humanitarian. He will be teaching us from his own experience. I'm pretty sure he's pretty close to this community, so he is offering his time to help the community, to educate them a little bit more. That is June 28th, from 2 p.m. July 28th, I'm sorry, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please join us. This is important, inshallah. Please, youth, you too, join us so that you can gain experience, inshallah. Friday, Quran class is tonight from 4:30, and my OC, the youth group, is at 7 p.m. My OC will be holding a community barbecue titled Food and Friends. The theme of this event will be Bring a Friend. So we're inviting all of you to come out to Salt Creek on July 21st, inshallah, starting at 12 noon. We'll be having a barbecue. It's $5 per person. Bring a friend, Muslim or not. Someone who doesn't come to the masjid, you want them to kind of get closer, bring them with you. Youth or adults, it could be either or, but everyone should try and bring someone so that we can build our relationship, build our community, inshallah. My OC is also having a family fun day at Glow Zone in Huntington Beach on Saturday, August 4th. Registration and waiver forms are required to participate. You can see it in the office, inshallah. Pillars Academy Summer Camp is still open for registration. The Muslim Youth Retreat, which is led by Umar Ashmawi, one of the youth leaders here, is holding its annual youth camp for high schoolers aged 14 to 19 at Big Bear over Labor Day weekend. Registration closes on July 15th. Please register at facebook.com/Muslim Youth Retreat. This is a beautiful program. If your kids are interested, or try to get them to be interested, to go there. Wallahi, it's very beneficial, because your kids are willing to speak to us in ways that maybe they're a little bit shy to speak to their parents. So we're able to communicate with them, we're able to engage with them, to know their situation, and if they need any help, we are able to help them. So register your kids, inshallah, if that is in their interest. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات والمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا رب العالمين. اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا، وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا، واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير، واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessings of this life and the next life. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the happiness in this life and in the next life. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive the Muslims, those who are alive and those who have passed away. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help anyone who is in the cause of Islam, trying to help Islam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help anyone who's being oppressed, being suppressed, being attacked unjustly. Wa aqim as-salat.